Good morning, students. Today we are again continuing with our sixth chapter, the physical and chemical change. It's the last topic of your chapters. Okay, so we are just going to study about some chemical changes today with the help of some chemical reactions. So we starting the chemical changes. We already taught you about the chemical changes. The changes are non-reversible, in which the compound or the any object should be converted into their product, but we are not able to convert again this product into previous reactant or the substance. So here the everything is changing their properties, losing their properties when they are going for the chemical changes, and it is a non-reversible changes. Okay, the next thing is here a new type of substance is formed when the any type of chemical changes take place in our life or in our environment. We already taught you when we are taking food, this food is outside, that food has its own shape and color, but when we are taking this food and inside our stomach, the whole food is decomposed into small pieces. So again we are not able to convert this small pieces into original food. So it is a kind of this non-reversible process. Okay, and we already taught you about the rusting. The rusting is a process in which an iron object convert into a rust, but we are not able to convert again this rust into that iron object. So that is also a good example of the chemical changes. So today I am giving you some examples when you are coming to school, so then you are performing this experiment inside your labs. Okay, so see guys, the first example is burning of magnesium ribbon. Burning of magnesium ribbon. Guys, magnesium, its symbol is Mg, is a metal. It is a highly flexible and soft metal. What we are doing, we are taking the magnesium ribbon and burn with the help of air or heat. So when we supplying a heat continuously to the magnesium ribbons, what is the specialty of the magnesium ribbons? The magnesium ribbon is shiny in nature. When they start burning, when the magnesium ribbon start burning, it burn by producing a white color of light. So they immediately create a mostly a brightness. When they start burning, they create a brightness, and after when the whole ribbon is burned, they giving you a white color of ash, okay, and white color of powder. But what happened in that reactions? The magnesium ribbon is silvery strip is converting into white color powder, but we are not able to again convert this powder into magnesium. So it is a kind of the chemical changes. So see what happened here. We are taking the magnesium, it's burned in the presence of air. Air means we need oxygens to burn anything. Okay, then we are providing heat. So what happened? The magnesium compounds formed is magnesium oxide. Its color is white powder, and they giving you a brightness, white color light. So when they start burn, the magnesium start burn, they giving you a compound, it is a white color powder, and giving you a brightness. They already discussed in your NCERT. So what happened? Here the magnesium strip, it is a strip. So magnesium strip converting into white color powder. Okay, that is a one directional. But again we are not able to convert this powder into metal. Okay, so it is a kind of the chemical change. A new type of substance is formed here. Before the reaction, no one is white. It is silvery in color, and air we are not able to see air because it is a mixture of gases. So then the strip is converting into the white color powder. That white color powder is a new type of the substance is formed in this reaction. So it is a kind of this chemical changes. So burning of any metals and converting of any metals into the another substance is an example of the chemical changes. Okay, so that is a one example of the burning of magnesium. The another example is we are performing an experiment also with the copper sulfate solution. Generally the copper sulfate solution is blue in color, changing in color. So on the behalf of change in color, we are saying the reactions or chemical changes take place. So what we are doing, we are taking a beaker. Inside this beaker we are taking a solution of copper sulfate. This is copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is a kind of salt, and the color of this salt is blue, sky blue. Its color is sky blue. What we are doing, we are dipping a iron object, iron rod. What we are doing, we are dipping a iron rod here for a half an hour. Okay, so that object is made up of iron, and this one is copper sulfate solution. So guys, what happened here? The iron is a highly reactive and copper is a less reactive. So what happened here? The iron displaced copper from its solution. So after some time, the blue color of the solution is suddenly changed. Okay, so this one is iron rod. The color of the solution is changed into green due to formation of ferrous sulfate. A new type of substance is formed, ferrous sulfate, and we are getting copper on the surface of iron rod. So before the reaction, the color of the solution is blue. When we are going to dip a iron rod inside the solution for half an hour, the color of the solution is suddenly changed. They don't need any kind of heat. They absorb the heat from surrounding atmosphere. So suddenly the color of the solution is changed into green. So due to the changing its color, we are saying that the chemical reaction take place or chemical change take place. But what happened, guys? Again, we are not able to convert this green color into the blue color. It is a non-reversible changes. So here the iron object when dipped inside this blue color solution, they form their own compound. तो यहाँ पे iron अपना compound form कर लेता है, copper को displace कर देता है. So that is also kind of this reaction. Generally, have you seen in your copper vessels that copper vessels generally you are using for preparing food, for storing water inside your home. But what happen after some time when you are just continuously using this copper vessels for storing water, the mouth of this vessels is generally appearing like to be a green. Why? Because the rusting of copper. Yes, the every metals are generally rusted. Okay, when they come to the contact with the moisture as well as atmospheric gases. So it is also a kind of the chemical changes. So it is also very good examples of the chemical changes when we are dipping a rod inside the copper sulfate solution. Its color is blue. After half an hour, it changing its color due to the reaction is take place in between iron and copper. So they giving you a green color solution. When the color of the solution is changing is take place, so it means the reaction is take place or chemical change take place. And always you know the change or the reaction is take place in forward directions. They are not coming on the backward direction. So that is the best example of the chemical changes that is also mentioned inside your NCERT. So see the next one example, chemical change is rusting of iron. The next example is rusting of iron. You know very well every object, mostly 90% object is made up of the iron. Okay, the iron is one of the abundant metal is available inside our earth crust. You know the volcanic activity is giving us lots of ore of irons. So generally most of the things is made up of the iron. But what is the specialty of iron? The iron have tendency to react with moisture as well as air. When they absorb moisture and air for a long time, when you keep this object outside from your house, so when they come to the contact with the moisture and air, they generally converting into their rust. Rust means powder. It is a kind of the slow burning process. जैसे कोई चीज धीरे धीरे जलती है तो टूटती जाती है. Same as well as the iron object when come to the contact with air and water, they also start rusting. Okay, they also start decomposed. So the reaction is when you are taking the iron and when they come to the contact with the moisture. So that is a moisture. Moisture means water. That is water as well as in the presence of air. Air means O2. So they giving you a very important rust, that is Fe2O3.H2. This is known as the rust. And what is the color of this rust? Red. And what is the color of the iron generally? Grey. Grey shining appearance. So when we are purchasing iron from the market, its color is grey and it's highly shining in nature. But when we just kept this object for a long time in our surrounding atmosphere, the iron have tendency to easily absorb moisture as well as air and converting into rust. Again, we are not able to convert this rust into iron. So that reaction is take place here, but that reaction is not take place in backward direction, as well as due to this chemical change they giving you a new type of substance. ये कुछ आपको नया type का substance देता है. So it is a kind of the chemical changes. With every metal, silver, copper, iron, aluminium, they all are suffering from such type of problems. Then what we are doing to prevent this object from rusting process? आप क्या करेंगे? So generally we are using a different methods. The first methods applying grease. The grease is a kind of the jelly substances. So we are applying this grease on the surface of iron object. हम क्या करते हैं? Grease या paint apply करते हैं. Suppose that one is the iron rod, and we are applying a layer of grease above and below sides. So that is iron, and that one is grease, or you say paint. Okay. So what happened? This paint generate a layer at the surface of this iron object. इससे क्या होगा? एक ऐसी लेयर जनरेट हो जाएगी पेंट और ग्रीस की, जिससे ऑक्सीजन और मॉइस्चर इस आयरन ऑब्जेक्ट के कांटेक्ट में नहीं आ पाते. When the grease and air paint generate a layer on the surface of iron object, the air and moisture cannot be come to the contact with this object. So the rusting is not take place. So if you want to prevent your iron object, so you apply a paint on the surface of this metal as well as apply a grease. Okay. So to prevent the heavy machines and bridges, all those things are made up of the iron, generally prevented by applying a paint, by applying a grease, because this grease and paint create a layer, insulating layer, so the upcoming moisture and air is not able to come to the contact with this iron object, and we are able or capable to protect this iron object for a long time. Only this is the one method to prevent this iron. Okay. So such type of reaction is also take place with other metal is also. So that is a next very good examples of this chemical chain. And the last one, guys, one experiment is there to test of the carbon dioxide. Okay, test of CO2. You know our atmosphere contains more amount of carbon dioxide, as well as when the respiration, breathing is take place or respiration is take place, you are inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. How you are going to detect you are going to exhale carbon dioxide? So what happened? You are generally taking lime water. Lime water is a kind of basic solution. You know the lime water is looking like to be a lime means basic. Okay. So basic solution is known as a lime water. Its formula is CaOH and OH. Generally its name is calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. Its scientific name is calcium hydroxide and common name is lime water. Generally for the detections of this carbon dioxide we are using lime water. Then we are passing carbon dioxide, CO2. So they giving you a very important compound CaCO3 plus H2O. If the passing gas is carbon dioxide, they giving you a white color substance, that is calcium carbonate. It is calcium carbonate. Okay. So when you are passing any gas inside this calcium hydroxide, they not giving us such test. But only the carbon dioxide is capable to perform that test with lime water. So when your upcoming gas is carbon dioxide, so they immediately react with lime water and they giving you a white color calcium carbonate. It is also kind of chemical change. So before the reactions, the solutions have light white color. But after the reactions, when the CO2 is come to the contact with the lime water, they giving you a dark white color of substance. After changing its color, we are saying the reaction is take place, and you are also taking a bulky mass at the bottom of this test tube. Okay, so that is also take place inside your chemical change. So if you don't have the carbon dioxide, you fill lime water inside the test tube, and with the help of pipe you just start pass your breath. Okay, so your just breath contain those gases come outside from your mouth, they contain carbon dioxide. When your carbon dioxide come to the contact with the lime water, they generally turning this light white color into a dark white color. It means your breathing, exhaling air contain carbon dioxide. So it is also a kind of changes, but we are not able to convert CaCO3 into calcium hydroxide. So it is a one directional changes, not backward directional changes. So these are the very good examples of these chemical changes already mentioned in your NCERT books or science syllabus. So guys, today we have completed our physical and chemical changes. Please prepare its notes, okay? When the school is open, then we are going to check this one. Thank you. If you have any query, you just ask me in your doubt session. Thank you.